ready. What up? Let's get to it. So preseason is here, man. The season is upon us. First sign of football, first preseason games, always an exciting time, correct? So I'm gonna give my thoughts and opinions on certain players, just on the preseason game in general, man. Overall, like I said in previous videos, I love how the defense looked. The team looks different as a whole as far as energy, turned up, swagger, physicality. I feel like on the defensive side of the ball, they showed physicality, especially on the D-line. Oh, no doubt. Even in the first half, on the offensive line, they started slow, but they started to pick it up, become more physical, run the ball, average 5-6 yards a pop. TY Chandler looked good. Matter of fact, while we're at it, TY Chandler looked great. Let's just start with him. This is nothing new, man. TY Chandler has been doing this. He has been performing. He performed well in preseason last year, right? I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised that he's performing well this season. He does it every year. It's in him. He gets under the lights. He just turns it on. That's a dynamic player, a special player, right? Now they talk about how he's been putting the ball on the ground during training camp. I know what they say. Hold that tater, tote that tater, don't drop that tater, right? But it's practice. Practice is important. Training camp is important. But at the end of the day, can that player produce in game time situations under the lights, in the spotlight? Is he a player? Is he a big time player? How does he perform when the pressure's on, right? When the spotlight is on him. And every year, every time, TY Chandler performs at a high level. Did it last season, doing it again. First game of the preseason. Can't take that away from him. In my opinion, TY Chandler is clearly, at this moment, the #2 running back for the Vikings, behind Alexander Mattison. I don't think Dwayne McBride did enough. Where was Kane Wangu? I didn't know who the guy Smith was, like he came out of nowhere. Did the Vikings just pick him up or something? But at the end of the day, it's Matty and TY Chandler until someone else does something to insert theirself in the role, in the competition. But right now, the only competition is TY Chandler. As far as after the game tonight, I mean, what more do you need to see? Some fans even say, oh, TY's not that good. He's not impressive. How? Why? How could you fix your lips to say that? Come correctly or don't come at all, right? TY Chandler has proved to himself and the team, coaching staff, peers, etc. He belongs. He can play. Put the ball in his hands. He's there. He's ready, dog. Can't take that away from him. That man earned a spot. He continues to earn a spot. Now, if he can stay healthy and available, that's the win-win. So TY Chandler, a guy who performed well. Jaren Hall, let's get to him. Below average performance. I understand the O-line blocking was piss poor, but he looked very scary at times in the pocket. Very nervous, rattled early. The nervousness showed, looked uncomfortable, indecisive. But that comes with the territory. Especially what he was going up against. Lineman, D-lineman, always in his face. So that explains a lot of it. But certain times he threw bad balls, didn't even try to read the field, etc. But hopefully he learns that over time. Problems he needs to fix, he fixes them. Learns how to read the field. Becomes better under pressure. Remember, he's a quarterback, the toughest position in the NFL as a rookie. So he's learning, man. Learning on the fly at that. So you can't expect too much from him, but you expect him to repair his mistakes, work on them, improve on his strengths, and improve on his weaknesses, correct? He cannot continue to make the same mistakes twice. Next week, he needs to look better, more improved, more comfortable in the pocket like he's been there before. He needs to be constantly progressing, elevating his game, man. He cannot get complacent. But we'll see what happens. That's my thoughts, my opinions on Jaren Hall. Jordan Addison is Jordan Addison. playmaker. He gonna be just fine. Day one contributor. I'm glad he didn't play the whole game. They snubbed him of that catch. That was a clear catch, man. I don't know why O'Connell didn't throw that thing out there, that red flag. Challenge that. But Jordan Addison has the potential to be an elite receiver. He just got to stay zoned in. Mekhi Blackmon put on a show, had some solid reps, ran with the receiver downfield, solid coverage. I don't care if he's undersized, he's a competitor. He's there to play, he's there to win, dog. Heavy. Very excited about seeing Mekhi Blackmon on the field. Another rookie who will be a day one contributor, potentially day one starter. Ivan Pace already talked about him. Check out the video. But a few players stood out. Some players didn't do well, i.e. Andrew Booth, man. The reality is Andrew Booth, it might be time for him to get out the building. In my opinion, he didn't perform well tonight. Got beat badly in man-to-man coverage by a second-string, third-string receiver. Got ate up, laced up quickly and swiftly. At this point in his career, that shouldn't be happening. Oh no, those plays, him getting beat over the top by a second-string, third-string receiver, Andrew Booth, second-round draft pick, high expectations for him. And that's what happens. That's piss poor, dog. No excuses. Either he needs to zone in or get up out of there. But he had a horrible performance, in my opinion. No disrespect. We just talking facts here. Real fan, true fan, big SKOL. I want to see them boys win. Heavy, you understand me? But Andrew Booth, it might just be time for him to go, man. No more sugarcoating or pussyfooting around it. No more excuses, man. The time is now, and he's not showing up. He's not producing. This is preseason. He was quiet, right? Quiet as a mouse. So if he doesn't do anything special these next 2 weeks, joint practices, why is he staying around? It is what it is. Deal with it, nip it in the bud, no disrespect. It's just part of the game, part of the process. Cine had some flashes, right? Definitely had some flashes. What did he show in the game? His physicality, right? The ability to come knock somebody head off heavy. He's not scared, no fear. He brings his helmet, but he needs more. He needs more. He has to work on playing low, bringing his pad height low, playing behind his pads, dog. He plays too high. It's too tall at times. That won't work, especially against the starters, the elite of the elite, the guys who are really on the field. You understand? Let me know how you feel about it, though. But Cine did good. Did well, if you ask me. Too early to make a judgment. Had some good plays, had some bad plays. Definitely has to get better with his coverage skills, but it is what it is. That comes with time and development. The guy's coming off a broken leg. He's bounced back, so give it some time. But he looked very promising. The future could be bright for Cine, but it's on him. He has to continue to put in the work. Keep that work ethic and get better, man. Continue to grow. Heavy. But I feel good about what I saw from Cine, man. Happy to see him on the field just flying around, right? After all he's been through, now he's back. But overall, man, they didn't get the win. Of course, you want the win, but it's preseason. It doesn't matter. But overall, you know, okay performance. Next week, you want to see it get better. See them be more sharp, playing better football, more in sync, better communication, right? But players stood out. Players may be left out after this game. It is what it is, part of the business. How did you feel about the game? Did you watch the game? What do you feel? What players stood out to you? Let's get to it. Fire them comments up, man. SKOL VIKES forever. Woo!